What's going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're gonna talk about the altcoin season. This is gonna be a video more catered towards you beginners out there, especially if you haven't gone through a bull run before, especially if you wanna know more about altcoin season, what it entails, what are the signals, and what I essentially should be on the lookout for in this very moment to actually create generational wealth this upcoming bull run. There's a bunch of points that I wanna touch here, but the first thing that I want to mention is what is an altcoin season, because a lot of people still don't know what it is. An altcoin season is a period of time, relatively short, it's usually a few months, in which all of the altcoins are gonna heavily outperform Bitcoin, and all these altcoins are essentially gonna pump and create crazy returns, crazy multipliers, crazy X's. This graph actually puts into words the concept that I'm trying to explain to you guys. So in these recent months in which Bitcoin has gone through an all-time high and nobody saw that coming, it was before the halving, etc., Bitcoin dominance is also increasing. So because Bitcoin dominance is increasing and Bitcoin is increasing, altcoins decreases. The altcoins are suffering. This is the moment in which is your responsibility to be smart, to not be emotional that your alts are bleeding, and to actually accumulate altcoins, because that is the only way they're gonna make money in the long term with altcoins. But people don't understand it. People think, oh, the bull run is over. I hear all sort of shit, guys. I heard a lot of guys saying that the bull run is over, that the bull run was 1 year ago. Those people, if people tell you that, they haven't gone through a bull run. They have no experience in crypto. They haven't been in crypto for more than 1 year, and they have no idea how the cycle works. The bull run, the Bitcoin halving, everything still follows the 4-year cycle, okay? That coincides with the Bitcoin halving, in which the rewards to the miners, the people that generate Bitcoin through hardware, electrical power, and all these things, they're gonna diminish, they're gonna be halved in April 2024. That happens every 4 years, and that is what dictates the market cycle. Before you guys say, oh, but this is different, yes, there is also some skewing in the market because of the Bitcoin ETF, because of the forecasted Ethereum ETFs. Also having Web3 projects like in gaming that look better than they ever did before. Yes, there's gonna be a lot of skewing to this cycle, but for now, the process still stands. It's never been different in all of these years that Bitcoin and crypto have been around. Now, actually, getting back to the graph, you can also see right here that if Bitcoin dominance decreases and Bitcoin keeps increasing, the alt season is there. When is this moment gonna come? It's probably around the corner. Probably gonna happen very soon. Bitcoin is gonna keep increasing for a bit. Probably is going to have a correction after the halving. Again, this is not financial advice, it's just a forecast. But if we look at the previous 4-year cycle, we always had a correction of 20 to 30% before the actual start of the halving. So after that, let's say the Bitcoin keeps increasing in price, we reach new all-time highs, but Bitcoin dominance keeps decreasing, then the altcoins are going to keep getting traction. There's going to be more liquidity into the market, and the altcoin season is going to start. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do to prepare for that moment. So we have a lot to touch in here. So in a bull market, the price of Bitcoin goes up, right? But the price of altcoins goes up faster. Whereas in a bear market, the price of Bitcoin goes down, but the price of altcoins goes down even faster. So consider that as a Bitcoin reaction on steroids. That is pretty much the same concept that I want you to reason with. So because of these things that I've explained to you, we don't find ourselves in a bull market. The concept of Bitcoin dominance, you can just go on CoinMarketCap, click on dominance on top of the page, and you're going to be able to see what Bitcoin dominance is in this very moment. So we can see that Bitcoin dominance is pretty much over 50% of the entire crypto market as we speak right now. And if we see at the peak of the previous bull run, which occurred by the end of November 2021, Bitcoin dominance was at 42%, whereas Ethereum dominance as well was higher than it is right now. It was 19%. Right now, Ethereum dominance is 16%. Why am I also focusing on Ethereum dominance, and why do I keep talking about all these factors? I'm actually going to show you another very simple graph, and this explains the money flow in crypto. It's not that hard to understand. So let's exclude the fiat first step. Of course, you use fiat to buy Bitcoin. Everybody understands that. Probably even your grandparents would understand that. But when we go to Bitcoin, the Bitcoin dominance, of course, rises because all the money is flowing into Bitcoin. But now there's going to be a flow, okay, into large caps. And that is essentially going to start to dictate that we're finding ourselves in a bull market. But also large caps, I would even, if that was me, I would even dissect into further steps. First is going to be Ethereum. So if that was me, I would put Ethereum between Bitcoin and large caps. Ethereum is going to pump a lot. So a lot of people, a lot of whales are going to start drawing and taking their profits into Bitcoin and actually putting it into Ethereum. Then after Ethereum, all of the large caps are going to follow. Avalanche, I don't want to say Solana because Solana, for other reasons which I don't want to digress, has outperformed Bitcoin, but that's a story again for another video. But let's say Avalanche, all of the other big cap crypto are going to get a lot of traction. And after that, it's going to be a snowball effect into smaller and smaller market caps. So after that, we're going to go into mid caps. So let's say projects that are hundreds of millions or perhaps into the early seven figures. And then we're going to properly go into the low caps. All these crypto that are below 100 million in market cap. At least that's my definition. You might have a different definition. That's okay. That is just mine. And after that, people are going to sell, they're going to buy more Bitcoin, or they're going to convert their money into fiat. Back in the day, it used to be a lot of people converting into Bitcoin because stable coins weren't as heavily adopted as they are today. But these days, probably you're going to cash out towards USDT, USDC, and then you're going to maybe reinvest some of this or maybe cash out and get the Lambo that you're looking to get after this bull run. A lot of people ask me about selling signals. When do you have to sell when you see all these things? Because let's be frank, until you actually sell, you haven't really made the money that you're seeing on the screen. It's all numbers. It's all numbers on your portfolio, on your crypto wallet. But until you actually sell, and you need to sell fast before the market crashes and enters another bull run, you haven't really made the money. I'm not going to talk about my exit strategies in detail, but I'm going to tell you that I discussed this in detail in my private community. You're probably already aware of this and how many gains we're making. And these gains were created in the bear run, guys. I haven't achieved these gains in a bull market. So if we are already at 30x on AI tech, you can't even imagine the amount of gains that we're going to generate this bull run. I'm actually going to retire people, and I'm super ambitious with this. You can see all the gains that we have achieved in the last 4 or 5 months in my Patreon community, my private group. So I definitely invite you to check it out. I'm also going to show you the benefits on the screen right here, and you can pause it, you can screenshot it, do whatever you want. But anyway, if you're interested in joining, it's the first link down in the description, or it's also the QR code that you see above my head right now. So I definitely hope to see you there. Back to the video. I want to tell you that there's also going to be a lot of signals that we are in a full altcoin season and how you can actually tell. So another indicator, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a lot of alpha. Although I'm not going to discuss the exit strategies and the profit strategy because, again, that is reserved pretty much for my private community. I'm going to show you this. This is such an important indicator that is so simple to use, yet so many people are sleeping on it. And this is the search terms. There is 2 ways to compare the search terms to other events and see where we are, if we are in full swing of things, or if one phase is ending, etc. One of them is going on YouTube. Just type on YouTube and see what the big YouTubers that are like 1-2 million subscribers, look at the views that they're getting right now compared to the views that they were getting into when the bear market started or when the bull market started. You're actually going to be able to tell apart where we stand in a bull cycle just because of the sheer interest that you see people getting on YouTube and how many viewers these videos attract. There's a saying then, when your Uber driver, when your barber start telling you that they bought Bitcoin, or they ask you how to buy this new dog or a frog or penguin with autism, this pouring around, it's a big signal that you need to get out. Be fearful when everybody's greedy, and be greedy when everybody's fearful. You need to see the fear and greed index as exactly the opposite of what they're representing, because if there's a lot of fear, that is when you buy heavy. That is when you actually accumulate the bags, you're going to get a lot of returns in the bull market. When you see that everybody's greedy, then is the moment in which you exercise caution. Now, the other indicator is Google Trends. This website is completely free, and you can see the search terms for pretty much everything that you want to look for. It can be crypto, can be altcoin, can be Dogecoin, whatever. But if you see the trend, when we actually had the altcoin season, see, November 2021, this was the peak of the previous bull run, right? We are far from this level. There's always a bigger flow of money going into the system. There is always more actors involved. There's always more liquidity. And right now, given that it's going to be an unprecedented bull run, I strongly believe that we are going to go parabolic, and we're probably going to achieve somewhere around these ranges when we actually have the peak of the bull run, which I still expect to be between Q3 and Q4 of next year. Is this like set in stone? Am I absolutely certain of this? No, of course not. I'm not. And everybody that tells you that is probably full of crap. But I can tell you that it just makes sense, at least to me. So this is how I'm actually preparing myself as an investor and the big investor group that I have. We are all getting ready for this. When everybody was flooding my picks, calling Little Up Games a scam, Chirply a scam, we were heavily accumulating. And in a few months, while we actually go into the full blasted altcoin season, we are gonna take a lot of profits. So, because you stuck around so far into this video, I'm gonna show you just some of the picks that I would have you accumulate right now, that you can buy right now while they are actually in the red, so you're gonna be able to take profits. Because people will always complain when a project goes down. Emotional investors are going to buy the top, they're going to sell the bottom, they're going to get wrecked. This is far from what we do in my community, because we buy the bottoms when everybody is like panicking, and then we're going to sell all of our crypto in the coming bull run and retire, create generational wealth, achieve economical sovereignty. This is what my community is about. So back to the screen. Let's go on CoinMarketCap, and I'm going to show you some of the picks that I'm accumulating right now and how I'm getting ready for the altcoin season. One of the projects is definitely Little Up Games. What is Lit? This is a gaming project. It's a gaming pick that is focused on esports. The market cap is super tiny. It's only 6 million. And by the way, if you're looking for an in-depth review of this project, I have plenty of other videos in my channel. This is not a video about that specifically. But what I can tell you is that this project is 6 million in market cap. This signifies a big opportunity. Risk to reward ratio. This is what dictates the amount of gains that you're going to get in crypto. If a market cap is very small, you're taking a bigger degree of risk, but at the same time, you're getting a bigger potential for crazy multipliers when the altcoin season comes around. Whereas at the same time, if you invest into something like Bitcoin or Ethereum, the market cap is much higher. They are much safer plays. You're absolutely certain that at least those plays for the foreseeable future, they're not going to go to zero. However, the gains that you're going to get are not that big. Bitcoin, if you're lucky, you're going to get a 3x this bull cycle. Is that a big deal? For some people, it will, especially if you have like 7-figure portfolio. But chances are that if you're watching this video, you're not a millionaire, you're not a billionaire, and you're just looking to create generational wealth with maybe a few $1,000s or maybe with a 5-figure portfolio. That is the moment in which you will allocate some of your money, which doesn't mean that you're going to put 50% of your portfolio into high-risk plays, but maybe 20%, maybe 10%. Of course, the bigger your portfolio, the lesser the risks you're going to have to take. But the smaller your portfolio, the more risks you will have to take to actually create generational wealth. So this is a big deal. Gaming, why gaming? Gaming, guys, gaming is the biggest industry. Is one of the biggest industries in the world for market capitalization. There's billions of dollars flowing into the gaming ecosystem. It's one of the biggest industries. Crypto gaming is, see it as investing in memes when it comes to the potential returns that you're gonna make, but with less risks, because this project, if they're solid, if they are doxed, if they have solid tokenomics, they are probably not gonna rock. You can actually educate yourself, but you can then achieve crazy multipliers, crazy gains in the bull run. And we can see Lit makes a perfect example for the sake of this video, because Lit is actually going very down. The chart of Lit, to me, first of all, looks like a giant wolf flag. But anyway, what I can say right here is that it's been on the decline. Everybody's funding it. A lot of other communities are funding it. A lot of people bought here, they got emotional, and they sold back down here. What did I do? I did exactly the other way around. I bought some here, I let my profits ride, I bought some in every dip that we got, and I'm buying more heavily than ever right now that we are pretty much at an all-time low after the big pump that we've achieved in the previous months. This is how I want you to reason. Another pick that I'm going to give you guys is Rystream. Again, if you're not new to my channel, you're probably well aware of how bullish I am on this project. This is in the entertainment field. It aims to be a Netflix of Web3, you can say it like that, but it's plenty more than that. It also has launchpads and a bunch of other products and features, and in my opinion is one of the most ambitious projects out there. I can make the same case, the market cap is 5 million. So we know that when we go to this last section of this graph, when actually the money flows into low caps, all of these projects are gonna thrive and it's gonna be a big deal. And you can see right now that the volume to market cap ratio is 6%. This is already high for what it is. But when we actually go towards those seasons, the volume to market cap ratio is going to be massive because it's going to get to crazy new zones and people are going to have a lot of interest. Rystream is another project that I've been heavily involved. We are in big returns in my private group. You would have discovered this project when it was right here before all the pumps that it has achieved over the last few months. So I can't stress you enough that you should be in a group like mine, and mine is the best one in crypto, and I'm not bragging. Proven track record actually stands for that. You would have discovered it before the pump. And talking about pumps, another thing that I need to mention that really dictates when the altcoin season is at its peak is exchange listings. When you see that this project has such smaller exchange listing exposure, we can see Maxi, Gate.io, the normal people that are not big on crypto, they don't know this project. They don't know these exchanges. They don't buy on Maxi. They don't buy on non-KYC exchanges or even on decentralized exchanges like PancakeSwap and Uniswap for a matter. They're waiting for the big exchanges like Binance, Coinbase. They are easy to use. They're easy to get access. And when these projects actually get listed on those exchanges, people are gonna buy, the price is gonna skyrocket. And this is why I focus on projects that haven't gone through a tier 1 exchange listing before. And these ones I would consider Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, and Gemini. I would consider those 4 as the tier 1 exchanges. So if a project is not listed on there, but you assume that it's gonna be listed on that exchange, then the price potential, the big rewards that you're gonna get are very much up there and very much valid. And another factor that definitely signals interest and when retail is going to get wrecked is the number of downloads that Coinbase is getting. Just look when Coinbase gets into the top 10 apps in the App Store when we're actually in the altcoin season. There is going to be another signal that you need to be really aware of before the market crashes and the new bear market begins. But we're definitely far from there. I mean, why am I even talking about this? We're not even in the altcoin season. That's going to be the story for another video. And I hope that you're going to join my private groups so you can actually hear it from myself when these signals are going to come, when it's time to sell, and when you actually need to get out immediately, ASAP, to transform all of your hard-earned profits into actual fiat and actual dollars in your bank account. Okay, this is pretty much it for this video. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comment. I hope to see you in my private group. I hope to help you out in your crypto investing journey. And until then, take care for now.